been hearing about the rumblings about Jay-Z? People
No,
asking for his head.
I didn't know. No, no, no. Yeah. So
According
it's
to
just
according to some, he's worse than than the diddler. With a dot on the back. The question is, are WNBA players trying to block their blessing? That blessing being Caitlin Clark, because as you said, you open it up with that coach saying, "Thank you for elevating the game, elevating the importance. People are watching female basketball, and we are now here in the WNBA, and they're trying to manhandle her." There is this video out there where she's walking back after an offensive three pointer, and they are just waiting for her and putting up a wall and have a walk against the wall. RJ, that was a
yeah,
crazy. I showed you it. You cannot show it because of copyright reasons, but yeah,
yeah. It was a screen basically. To be
screen.
honest,
Yeah,
it was a very hard screen. It wasn't, but it was a legal screen, and
yeah.
it's actually Caitlin's teammates who were responsible for letting her know. So actually, when you're defending, especially if they ask you to defend at the top of the key, your teammates who are standing behind you need to yell and tell you screen right or screen left, or if there's a maybe there is you also have horn, which is like two screens on both sides. They don't seem like, I don't know if they didn't yell it, but I'm sure she didn't hear anything because she really hit the wall, as she said. That was a very hard screen. Yeah, yeah. A
Yeah, that
legal
was
screen, but a hard screen. Yeah.
it's a legal screen indeed, but doesn't mean it's this not the first time people have been manhandling on the court. There are a couple of other instances where it seems like they're playing extra hard against her to show her a great welcome to the WNBA, not knowing that if she does bad, will people tune out?
Yeah, I think it's double. I think when you're playing, you just want to win. So you're not gonna say, "Hey, this is Caitlin Clark, the future. She's bringing so much attention to our league, and so we should, handle her with kid gloves."
Mhm.
Uh, and they're just playing. They're just doing their job. But I do think that going against Caitlin Clark with someone that, I mean, she can pull up like Steph Curry from the logo and hit three pointers. She's a very promising player to the league. It's bullet point material. It's motivation for people to say, "Oh, you're coming, then I'm gonna play extra hard." Just like if you had like a game, if you had a player having to go against Kobe, going against LeBron, going against Jordan, going against Westbrook, these elite players, mentally, you need to be ready. And I do think that when they need to play uh, Caitlin Clark, they do prepare for her because they know she's a threat.
Yeah, but yeah, the question. So the question leaves us is that is this going to have an influence on people watching? Because as we have seen in the college games, she has been attracting a lot of eyeballs because she's playing well. She people want to see someone succeed, their hero succeed, or someone they perceive as the hero. Now she's in the WNBA and they're seeing their hero being regular or not even being getting forearm smash against the forehead.
Yeah, but you can look at it in multiple ways, right? You can look at it. You can look at it like this: if Caitlin Clark is a great player, and you go against other teams, and those people play better, then those players might be better than Caitlin Clark. So maybe subconsciously you think, oh, the level of the league is high. And don't forget, in all sports, the transition from college to professional is gonna take a while. And some
Yes.
people are rooting for Caitlyn, uh, and so they like the adversity because they want her to do good.
You're talking about people that usually watch basketball, but we know that people that usually watch basketball don't watch WNBA. Otherwise, it would have been more popular. So the people they're trying to attract are the people that usually don't watch basketball, and they only watch it because of Caitlyn. Would that mean, well, maybe it doesn't, maybe it is, maybe it doesn't, but I think it will influence the, let's call them the regulars. It will influence the regulars because they don't see Caitlyn winning. So why should I watch? People who support a team and the team doesn't win, at a certain point they stop watching, which basically blacks, in my opinion, might block their blessings. I don't know. Time will tell. Maybe Caitlyn won her first game last week after 4 losses. So maybe it's a turnaround. Maybe it doesn't. If it doesn't, I'll say they are confirming the question. Maybe they are blocking the blessings.
Yeah,
And there won't be no people watching. No, at the end of the day, when it comes, and that's the big difference between WNBA and the NBA. WNBA doesn't have enough eyeballs to attract the sponsors and the amount of, or the money these sponsors are willing to pay in the NBA, which means they won't have a raise in salary. Sometimes you gotta give up your ego to win on the long term. Maybe you're smashing her. Yes, at the moment we won. But in the grand scheme of things, I might say maybe you lost. I'm not sure. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. But as one father once says, they always say I'm always right.
yeah. Well, the Indiana Fever is at 11 right now. If
Yeah,
I look
four
at the,
losses, I think, one win.
yeah, so and in the Western Conference, in the Eastern Conference, they are the fifth place, fifth of six. You have 12 teams. I think, however, KR, that we, let's say, people want to see good competition, and this year it
Oh,
started from fans of sports want to see great competition. So the competition needs to be good. So I agree with Caitlin Clark is, and aside from her, there are other players as well. Angel Reese being another one who's they've received a lot of news attention from the media, sports media, in the
mm-hmm.
last 2 years
Yeah,
at least,
yeah.
and they've been really promoting uh, female college basketball, and they're trying to promote WNBA more and more. If you look at ESPN, it's clear that they've chosen to direct more attention to WNBA. It all even seems as though there's more attention to the WNBA over the NBA. The NBA doesn't have the same status that it used to have. Now, someone will start watching, so you can get someone hooked to a sport through players like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and of course you have Diana Taurasi and all those players who've been playing a bit longer. But once you get there, you need to retain the customers. And your statement is, if Angel Reese is losing and Angel Reese is the one that brought them there, they might lose. The followers might lose interest. What I'm saying is that it's the WNBA's responsibility to use the attention that these players attract so that once they start watching the WNBA, they don't see Caitlin Clark as the only player, but they see the other teams. They need to get involved. They need to get um, committed to something bigger. It's just like Conor McGregor in the UFC. A lot of people. So you have like various athletes, various fighters that probably caused a surge in the UFC.